At around 1,200 kilometers per hour, something violent happens to air. It stops behaving like a smooth fluid, and starts compressing into shockwaves. In the early days of supersonic flight, these shockwaves tore wings apart and caused catastrophic loss of control. The sound barrier wasn't just psychological. It was physics pushing back. So how does a commercial airliner cruise comfortably at 900 km/h? While the Dassault Rafale blasts past 2,500 km per hour, more than twice the speed of sound? To answer that, we need to start with drag. The context: why go that fast? A passenger jet like the Boeing 787 is optimized for efficiency. Airlines care about fuel burn per seat kilometer. A fighter jet cares about something else entirely: time to intercept, survivability, and energy dominance. In air combat, speed isn't comfort, it's kinetic energy. Double the speed, and your kinetic energy increases by 4 times. That changes everything. The physics constraint: drag goes exponential. Drag force increases with the square of velocity. Drag is proportional to v superscript 2. But near Mach 1, it gets worse. Air compresses. Shockwaves form. This creates wave drag, a completely different beast. Visual: graph showing drag rise near Mach 1. For a conventional airliner wing, thick, curved, optimized for lift, wave drag becomes catastrophic past Mach 0.85. So airlines stop at 900 km per hour. Not because they can't go faster, but because fuel burn skyrockets. The solution: rocket-like design. The Rafale solves this in 3 major ways. 1. Thin delta wing geometry. Visual: CFD simulation over delta wing. Its sharply swept delta wing delays shock formation. Thin airfoils reduce pressure buildup. Less compression. Less wave drag. But delta wings produce less lift at low speeds. Which is why Rafale uses canards, small forewings, to stabilize airflow and prevent boundary layer separation. 2. Engine power density. The Rafale's twin turbofans produce massive thrust-to-weight ratios. At Mach 2, drag is enormous. So the only way forward is brute thermodynamics. Jet fuel contains about 43 megajoules per kilogram. That energy density makes batteries look microscopic by comparison. Visual: energy density comparison graph. This isn't electric aviation territory. This is controlled combustion at extreme temperatures. 3. Materials that survive heat. At 2,500 km per hour, air friction heats the skin dramatically. Surface temperatures can exceed 120 degrees Celsius. So the Rafale uses advanced composites and heat-resistant alloys, not for stealth alone, but for thermal stability. Because at these speeds, materials expand. And expansion changes aerodynamics. The trade-offs. Here's the reality. At Mach 2, fuel burn can be 3 to 4 times higher than subsonic cruise. Range drops. Maintenance increases. Cost skyrockets. The Rafale isn't efficient. It's optimized for short bursts of extreme performance. And importantly, it almost never flies at 2,500 km per hour in normal operations. Maximum speed is a capability, not a cruise setting. The verdict. The Rafale isn't built like a rocket because engineers wanted speed records. It's built that way because once you cross Mach 1, physics forces your hand. Shockwaves demand thin wings. Heat demands exotic materials. Drag demands enormous thrust. The result is an aircraft that trades efficiency for dominance. And economically, each Rafale costs roughly tens of millions of dollars, and burns fuel accordingly. Speed at this level isn't about transportation. It's about advantage. Because in the battle between human ingenuity and the laws of nature, we don't break the rules. We pay the price to bend them.